My name is Thomas Bays Hollis, and I went into the Navy Reserve after I served active duty. And I was a lieutenant, senior grade. The only operation was land mines in Trinidad. And I recall being on the fantail coming back from that mine land operation, that I saw a lot of the mines exploding. They're not supposed to, but there's something about the water around Trinidad that made those mines explode. Now the captain had done this 1 year before, and the same thing happened. He reported to the Navy, but apparently they did nothing about it. So I would say 10% of the mines we laid exploded, and I'm on the fantail watching them explode. They're not supposed to explode, except when hit by a ship. So that was interesting. Why, the water around Trinidad, the wharf and so on, I guess you call it the bay. The bay around Trinidad was protected by these mines to keep the foreign submarines out. And you just drop the mines one by one, and I'm sitting on the fantail and I'm watching them. Now and then one of them blows up. They're not supposed to blow up. So that was interesting. On the mine layer, I was a lookout. And I was in charge of one gun with some enlisted men. It was an anti-aircraft gun. And that was my duty under siege by the enemy, general quarters. See, we just went up and down the coast from Norfolk to Williamsburg. And then our trip to Trinidad, and that was it on the mine layer. From there, I go aboard the USS Panamint. However, before that, I went to Newport, Rhode Island to await the delivery of the ship. The Panamint was being built in Hoboken, New Jersey. Well, I developed into a little more knowledgeable about the Navy ship. It was a good experience. And I'm sure that what happened to me happened to other young men. You learn as you go along. You learn to take orders. You learn to carry out your duties properly because you want a promotion. And it was an experience that I enjoyed. Well, I enjoyed my duty there. I liked the ship. The captain was okay in his own way. He was an individual. And so I had no problem on that mine layer. Even though I fell that first night and hollered like hell and woke up the ship, they didn't hold it against me. So I got along fine with all of them. Of course, I felt sorry for the people I knew aboard that ship. I felt lucky that I wasn't aboard during that time. So just took it in stride. This is part of life, you know. And you can't do anything about it. It's over and gone, and that's it. I learned it was almost at Normandy, hit a mine, and it blew up. It was sunk. And I thank God that I wasn't aboard it. But you just take things in its stride. It's bad news, but that's the way it is. I don't know any survivors. I knew the navigation officer very well. I was sorry to hear that he was gone. And of course the engineering officer. And then I knew a Jewish boy by the name of Schatz. And I'll never forget him because he apparently wanted to impress the captain. He's always out on the deck and watching the men clean the deck and sort of controlling over them. He was hoping the captain was up on the bridge looking down on him and saying to himself, "There's a good officer." So I never forgot Schatz. I got a Jewish fellow named Lieutenant Schatz. Schatz. He was my roommate too. Yeah. But he never held against me that I fell off and hollered and, at 1 o'clock in the morning.